nice to meet you. I am Dr. Leigh. I assume you're here for your sanding appointment, correct? Yeah. Let me just get down your name. Hold on. I have my trusty notebook today. So what's your full name? Yeah, okay. Lovely. And can I just get your phone number and address, please? Yeah, your phone number first, please, if that's okay. Okay, and your address. Right, very good, very good. So, you're coming here about your edges. You're saying they're very sharp. Oh, yeah, well, let me just inspect real quick. Yeah, I see what you mean. They are very sharp. And that's something you're looking to change here with us today. Is that correct? Yeah, okay, well, you're lucky because I have some sandpaper here. This is very, very high quality sandpaper. Trust me, this is only the best stuff. Only the best. And also, in case that doesn't work, I also have some more extreme methods. I have this, which does a very good job of making sure your edges are nice and sanded. And of course, a tape measure, so I can just figure out the dimensions and how much I would need to sand down to make sure you're looking your best, okay? Right, so should we get started? I should say, I'm going to need to measure you first, if that's okay. Do you mind if I just grab this and just take some measurements, okay? Right. Okay, that side's looking good. About this side. Yeah, okay, well, here's the thing. You've got a lot of sanding that needs to be done. And, I mean, I would sit here sanding all day if I could, but I've kind of got a few customers today, so I'm going to need to take some shortcuts, if that's okay. So I have this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chisel away some of these edges and just make sure they're nice and smooth, okay? So do you mind if I just... Okay, a little bit more here. Okay, that side's looking a lot better, of course. I'm going to smooth it down, but now let me get this side. Yeah, a little bit more. Let me just get around here. And a little bit more on this side. Okay. Now, let me just make some more measurements. Make sure I'm getting this right. Yep, that's looking great. And see, it's now a lot better. I bet you already feel a lot better. Right, so I think now we can start with sandpaper treatment. I'm just gonna write down these measurements now. Just for reference. It's for admin stuff. Really boring, really, but just for my benefit, really. Right, so left side. Okay, and your right side was... Okay, so basically the purpose of this sanding is to make sure your edges are nice and smooth and equal. You know, you can't have one edge being more rough than the other, different measurements, you know, it's not good for your mind, it's not good for your soul. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to grab this sandpaper here. I'm just going to start working on this side, okay? Okay. Do you mind if I get a little bit closer just so I know what I'm doing? Okay. Very good, very good. It's looking a lot better. We're not quite there yet, but I'm going to start working on this side now, just so I can, well, you know, make sure it's all equal, of course, like we talked about. Right. So I'm just ever so slightly sanding it down, making sure it's perfect on both sides. You know, here at Leigh's Sanding Clinic, I always strive for perfection, nothing less. Okay. Right. It's looking pretty equal, but this is where the measurements will determine how equal it really is. Okay. Right. I'm a little bit off on this side. I think actually what I'm going to have to do is bring this out again and do a little bit more chiseling. Hope you don't mind, I'm just going to do some more. Okay, now this side. Now I don't usually do all of this chiseling, but I'm sorry to say you've got quite an exceptional case of edgy edges. You're quite edgy, aren't you? You remind me a bit of a client we had a while ago, called Leafy is here. He was very, very edgy, came out of here so smooth. So trust me, this is going to be very, very beneficial. You aren't the worst case we've had way edgier. Come out of this clinic looking perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit more sanding on this side, of course. This side. Maybe a little bit more on this side. I'm going to go rapid fire mode. I want to make sure I'm getting this done efficiently. Okay, right. That's looking a lot better. Let me just take some more measurements, and I think I'm going to write down these measurements. Right, so that. Okay. Right. Where did I put my pen? Typical, isn't it? Lost my pen. Oh, I found it. Right, so your measurements before were this and these are your current measurements now. I'm just gonna write down some notes on just to send to if you go to any more sanding clinics in the future. I'll print this off for you and you can use this and explain just what procedures were done, basically, all of that sort of stuff. Simple stuff, really. Right, so I did a little bit of chiseling, and then after that, a little bit of sanding. Afterwards, I needed to do just a tad more chiseling. Nothing exceptional, it's just I want to make sure you're looking perfect, so hopefully you won't need to go to another sanding clinic in the future. Okay, good. And then a little bit more sanding. Got you down to, and your other side. Right. I think I'm gonna take a closer look at these sides. Just feel them, make sure no sharp edges. Yep, no, this is very smooth. You've got very good edges now, but there is still a little bit of improvement, I think. So just a little bit more. Don't worry, I think we're nearly done. We're nearly done, nearly done, nearly done. This is the easiest part, and luckily, because you came here completely pain-free, I don't mean to brag, I'm a little bit of an expert in my craft. Now let me just give it one more little check. Looking great, looking great. Right, I think just gonna do one more little measurement. Probably jot that down as well. Just make sure that everything's as it should be. Right, this side. Okay, okay. This side. Yep. Yep, right. Just gonna jot that down in my little book. And don't you worry, I'll print this off as soon as we're done with this session, so you can keep for your own personal interest, or if you ever decide to go to another sanding clinic, well, you can use this as a reference, and I'll write a little statement at the end as well. Right, and okay. Right, I think we're just about done here. I'll write the statement. I'll make sure that gets emailed to you, and if you go to the reception, they should print out a nice little summary with all the information you should need. Thank you very much for coming to Leigh's Sanding Clinic. Let me just double check. You never know, I don't want to send you out with something I'm not happy with. Yeah, no, you're looking great. Okay, thank you very much for coming. It's been great meeting you. This is all handled by the NHS, don't you worry, so it's fine. You don't have to pay me or anything like that. I know you're probably worried, especially in this economy, but no, all good. Thank you very much for coming. I will see you, hopefully, never again. Hopefully you won't need to come ever again.